As a reminder, you will cover this weekend's series against Auburn in tonight's conversation as well.
Yeah, just, this was one of those games that as a coach, you worry about it a little bit because we're coming off of really an emotional weekend. Traveled, just had a kind of a regroup day yesterday, day off, but no practice, and to come out and play, on a Tuesday night when you got really another big series coming up real quick on Thursday night. And so I'm just really proud of the guys showing up offensively. We did a tremendous job and, swung the bats extremely well, hit the ball hard, and put together a couple, 3 big innings, and, felt like we were in control of the game really from about the 4th inning on. And early it got a little dicey. We just, made a couple mistakes, didn't catch pop-up, slipped and fell on a ball that was running right back to the mound. And, they kept getting some big hits. And, but I thought really when we got to, the last 3 pitchers we brought in, the 7th, 8th, and 9th, they just came in there and threw a lot of strikes and got us some quick innings and really settled it down. So good win for us.
Coach.
Yeah, Dave, Robert hit for the cycle tonight. What did you think of his day at the plate?
Well, obviously it was a great day at the plate. Not only did he hit for the cycle, but what I like is he drove in 6 runs. Those RBIs that means you're scoring. There's been probably a lot of cycles that have been a lot less exciting than his because he was really helping the team win. And, he hit the home run, I think, to lead off an inning on a breaking ball. He hit the double, I think it was the triple. At the time, we were losing, and we had a little two-out rally started there, and we ended up scoring 2 runs, took the lead at the, I think 3-2 at the time. And I don't even remember a single, to be honest with you. The double was, that was a no doubt double, but it was I'm excited for him because, he really struggled for about a week and a half, 2 weeks there. And he got it going the last couple of days down in Starkville and picked up right where he left off, swinging the bat really well.
And along those lines, what kind of was the key to him turning it around at the end of the series in Starkville and tonight?
Staying in the strike zone. He was, once he started struggling a couple of weeks ago, he started swinging at everything. Just kind of this little panic in there, I think. And, I commented he's trying to get 2 hits every at bat, which is impossible. Told him, don't worry about the batting average. Just have a good at bats. The good things will happen. Just relax. We got a lot of games, and you got a lot of at bats coming. And he did. He swung the strikes down there, and obviously tonight he laid off some pitches. When he got a good pitch, he hit it pretty good.
Randy.
Dave, every player that played tonight got at least 1 hit. Talk about collectively the approach by your team at the plate and what made such a difference in being able to hit all the way up and down the lineup.
Well, I just think that, the approach tonight is just kind of what we've been doing. We've really battled pitchers, and we've gotten a lot of hits with 2 strikes. Guys have a pretty good approach going right now. And, we put together some good at-bats with 2 outs. Got a couple of big 2-out hits that drove in more runs. Like obviously on a night like tonight when, very rarely are you going to get 15 or 20 hits in a game. I think there's a lot of competition amongst the players. Guys are really locked in, even when the game was in control. Guys wanted to get their hit and didn't want to be the only guy that didn't get one because we had a couple that didn't have them. And they got them late. So I don't know, just a good night. The ball was jumping tonight. The air's thin. Wind was blowing out to right, and it was it was good.
Was it slick on the grass? Did that cause the pitchers to make the 2 throws that resulted in errors?
Yeah, I'm not going to go into detail about it, but the grass was wet, and it didn't need to be wet. We're going to get that worked out. Yeah, you're right. The grass was wet.
Thanks, Coach.
Dudley.
You talk a little bit about battle swings tonight. Here comes the train.
Of course. Yeah.
Anything else, Dudley? Okay. Nate.
Nate's on mute. I don't know if you heard.
Nate, you there?
I thought Dudley was still on. No, I was going to ask about Auburn since, I mean, Dudley was going to ask about battles. I guess you should do that. But then Auburn, I guess, are pretty about as dangerous an 06 team as you could get, aren't they, with looking at their scores?
Yeah, they, you know, we've already discussed it as a team that it doesn't matter what anybody's record is right now. You can't judge them off of what they've done in the SEC. You got teams in our division that are 1-5 and 0-6 that they're good. They're really good. I mean, Auburn statistically, I think offensively have the best numbers in the league. At least they did for a while, and they're right up there. And, you know, 2 weeks ago we were hearing about, you know, they're the best offense in the SEC, and you know, you can throw the records out. It doesn't matter. It's just another series, and we need to find a way to win it. So we'll be ready to go. It's just, you know, we're facing a team that's kind of backed into a corner, and they're going to come fighting their way out. We're going to have to really play well.
And I guess Dudley asked about battles tonight.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, what was the question, Dudley?
I think
I was just saying he put a couple of good swings on the ball tonight. It looked like
he did. He's really done a good job of trying to stay through the middle and go the other way, because he can really pull the ball. We see that all the time, and you can see the way teams play him. They play a shift against him, and it's really to pull. And he's worked hard on, like I said, staying through the middle. Both of those home runs came on changeups, and that's pretty impressive. He stayed through those balls. He didn't pull off. He'd have pulled off. He'd have grounded out, popped up. But he stayed on him and drove him out of the park. And boy, that was really nice to have him, you know, swinging the bat well like that.
Hutch.
Dave, it's still kind of a small sample size, but it seems like every time Charlie Welch plays, he's hitting the ball hard. What have you seen from him at the plate, and has that been kind of what you expected to see from him?
Well, he just has a really good swing, number one, and he's got a really good approach. And his approach it's just under control. He puts good swings on pitches, you know, and he did it again tonight. He just missed one. He hit a home run. I think he got another base hit. And, you know, he just seems to really hit lefties well, too. We saw that in the fall. So he's a guy that I've been wanting to get in the game. It's just gone really well on the weekends. And, you know, he's more of a DH for us. And we've got one of those that's pretty good, and Matt Goodhart. So, you know, it's been difficult to get him in the game. But every time we put him in there, he helps us win.
And then another Auburn question. Are you going to stick with the same rotation, or do you have that settled yet?
Yeah, we'll go with the same rotation.
Tom.
Hey, Dave, Robert was batting down in the order in the Auburn series, but you moved him up here. Make a difficult decision because Webb got on the base a lot in Starkville. So you got any plans there?
Yeah, still thinking about it. I mean, you could flip him. You could do whatever, you know, just kind of go with what's winning. We'll see, though. Not 100% yet.
Nate, you have anything else?
Just any more on Auburn as far as just kind of their style of play, or what do you look for from them?
Well, they've always been offensive, and they hit the ball out of the park, hit a lot of doubles. They have a high team batting average. They don't strike out a whole lot. So, you know, that's just what we see. You can evaluate looking at offensive numbers. Pitching wise, I know they've had a few injuries. They're probably going to get a guy or two back this weekend. Don't know where they're at there, but you know, I don't know who they're going to start. Are they going to, you know, keep their Friday guy on Friday? They're going to move him up to Thursday. We don't know any of that yet, and you know, I imagine we'll find out tomorrow. I mean, it's quick turnaround for us. Have a light workout tomorrow. I think Auburn's going to work out after us, and we're playing on Thursday. So I don't know, just a strong SEC team that's gotten off to a tough start. Sometimes it's at the beginning, sometimes at the middle, but it seems like a lot of teams in the league can hit a patch like this where things don't go your way. And, you know, we just need to take care of business on our side.
Thanks.
Randy, anything to finish this off?
Yeah, Dave, talk about your pitching tonight. What did you feel like were the strengths and what concerns you?
Well, you know, a couple of the older guys, Cole Ramage, he pitched okay. You know, they got some hits on him, but really he didn't throw too bad. I mean, just give them credit. They hit him a little bit. You know, Caleb came out, Bolden, and another older guy that's in his first outing of the year is about as good as it gets, and he's struggled since then, and he's a guy that we need. And he faces 4 hitters and hits 2 and walks 2. That's very concerning. And then, you know, Tress gave up a big hit, but then pitched okay, but also walked a batter or 2, which is, you know, that's not what we're looking for. When you got a big lead, the only way they can get back in the game is if you make errors or you walk them or hit them, you know, free passes, so to speak. But Gray did well, Taylor did well, and I thought Starks did really well there in the 9th. And it was interesting, those young guys at the end, they threw with a lot of emotion, and you could just tell they didn't care what the score was. They were going out there, they're trying to earn a position, earn a job, or more time on the mound. And I appreciate their effort.
There's your time, Coach.
Okay, see you guys.